Hi, you're listening to Book Chat with author Vivian E. Moore.
Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode. We really appreciate you joining us. This podcast really shows us how we can all learn, live, and thrive off of each other. By sharing our knowledge through our conversations, we will impart some knowledge whilst learning ourselves how to progress even further. Here is your host.
Hello and welcome to Book Chat. I am your host, author Vivian E. Moore. I hope everyone had a great week. I hope you're having a great weekend. I hope you're getting caught up on all of those chores around the house and outside of the house since the weather is so lovely. Well, hopefully where you are, you're not suffering from the heat like we are here. We are, I think, in the mid to high 90s with the humidity, which makes it feel like it's 105 degrees outside. And of course, you know, we're just not, we are in the South, but that is extreme for us to have temperatures so hot like that. The humidity we're used to, but those high temperatures, whew, that's just something else. So anyway, we could talk about the weather all day long, but that is not why we're here today. So we're going to get on with today's show. So being the title of today's show is Word, and the topic is the building block of words. All right, so what is word building? Well, per www.Merriam-Webster, it is the act or process of forming words, a word formation. B, the act or process of spelling out words, as in a contest, with the use of only those letters found in a particular word or phrase. Elementary, right? Well, you would think, but word building is a big deal. As children, we learn the building block of words by listening to our parents. And then, you know, we add to that database steadily, as we mature. Then once we're older, words help develop our vocabulary further. But we also learn the difference between synonyms, homonyms, and how to use the English language effectively. Words help us to express emotion and share our most intimate thoughts verbally or by signing them. I mean, where would the world be without them? Words are essential tools in communication that bring clarity to human existence. They are insightful and demonstrative in our everyday lives. We think words before we speak them. Now, that's a proven scientific fact. And as writers, in building our vocabulary, we develop a word database also. Now, imagine if you only had a limited vocabulary. Why even bother to waste your time trying to tell that story, right? Remember, great writers are also great readers. And it's something we should do daily to keep us in tip-top shape mentally and vocally. We should think of word building as a vast ocean of opportunity. The more you know, the better you become with improved writing and communication skills. If you want to impress your audience, then hit them with a combination of embellishment and eloquence. But keep in mind, all words stored on your database aren't necessary for every occasion. For example, in general conversation, practical is always best. After all, we don't need to impress our friends and family, not by using big words, quote unquote, to show how smart or diverse you are. Words are so powerful. They move us, they inspire us, they support us, they strengthen us, they give us knowledge. What doesn't words do? Words are just something that everyone on the planet, even if you are a person who does not have a speech capability, you still have a way to communicate. And in communication, it involves words. It involves letters that turn into words. So where would we be if we didn't have that language, this specialized language to communicate with each other? It's necessary. I look at the world today and I think about how far we've come, but still how far we've yet to go. And it's, as far as relationships with each other, we look at the discontent of everything that's happening in this world today. And most of it is started by words. Words can be meaningful. They can be hateful. They can be instructive. They can demolish people. Even the Bible says things about the tongue. How it is it's like a double-edged sword, and that is the truth. Just like words can build us up, they can also tear us down. But just how words sometimes can shape us, they can help shape us into the people that we are, or the people that we've yet to become. So words are something that is necessary. It is as necessary as breathing. We need words. Without them, we will be like, I guess, like the insect world. They may not use words, but they still have a form of communication. Every single species that exists in this world, has a way to communicate. And that's what words are. They are a form of communication that link us all together, and we all stand on common ground when it comes to that. And we can always learn something every single day, learn something that we didn't even know about just by reading, and adding those words, to our word database on a daily basis. We teach our children, we start them out. And just for an example, yesterday, my grandson, he has difficulty in reading. Now, I'm not saying that he can't read, but he reads well. In some things he's very fluent in, but then there's other things that he stumbles over. So I had him to read me a book, and it's one of the books from the Marvel franchise, the Avengers. And so I had him to read me this short story. I mean, the book probably only had like maybe 8 pages. It wasn't very long, but anyway. And I listened to him read me those words that told a story. And so he stumbled over a few words. And so I told him, I said, you know what? I said, what I need for you to do is to write down those words that give you trouble, and to write them more than once until you learn them, until they come to you with ease. He didn't want to do that, but as I explained to him, this is to help you. The more you know, the better off you'll be. Words are essential. They are an essential part of our daily existence, and we need to always try to help ourselves to grow and to learn more. It makes us better when we do better, and we just need to make that a part of our daily lives. Use it as an exercise. I know a lot of people don't like reading, but words are something that it keeps the mind fresh. We see that in Alzheimer's patients, when their minds are allowed to just stagnate, when they're not using the full capacity or the function of their brains. So, even if that's something that does not run in your family, you can help yourself now. Right now, by doing puzzles, doing word puzzles, just reading, making it an exercise where you take a word that maybe you wouldn't use on ordinarily on a daily basis, but you want to build your word database, you want to build your vocabulary, and it helps you in the long run, because you just never know. Your brain is like a computer. It stores everything, and you discover that fact when you lay down at night and you have dreams. It stores bits and pieces of everything that happened, maybe not even in that day. It could have happened a long time ago, but it pieced those things together and they become a story, within your dreams. So think of words that way. Store those words in your mind database, and when you need them, you can upload those words and put them into your daily conversations. Just find some way to to use everything, because everything we do is useful in a positive way and not necessarily in a negative way. And one way to stay on top of your word game is by learning new ones and use them often. Now, I know this might sound a bit basic, but challenge yourself to incorporate them in your writing. If you find it challenging to develop a new list of words on your own, try using a thesaurus. Look up words that you don't know, and it's a good way to also identify empty words. Learn ways to change words from comprehensive to expressive. Weigh when to use them by remembering practical versus showy. So words can start wars or proclaim peace. It's all in how you use them in the large building block of the world's universal language. All right, folks, so that's our show for today. And before I let you go, I want to make sure I give you these URLs so you can stay in contact with me. So the first one is for Spreaker, and that is https://www.spreaker.com/user/author Vivian E. Moore. You can also look me up on Facebook by typing in author Vivian E. Moore or author E.H. Shepard. You can also follow me on Instagram and also on Twitter. And if you check out my blog, today's script will be out there, and that is at https://vivianemore.blogspot.com. You can also check the show out on iTunes, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, YouTube, and SoundCloud. All right, so tomorrow is worship day, and I know I always say this every single Saturday, but I would be remiss if I didn't remind you, which I know tomorrow is Sunday, and if you are one that attend church on a regular basis, then you know what that means. So please do, if you're doing your weekly services by way of telephone, or if you're doing them by live communication, over the internet or whatever, just remember to invite your neighbors and your friends, and even those members of your family that don't attend on a regular basis. Especially invite them, because the state of the world today is is very questionable. So and also let children sit in on those discussions, because they need to hear the word too. And hey, tell someone that you love them, because tomorrow is not promised. Today may be the only chance you get to say that. So I love you. I hope you love me back. Until the next time you hear my voice, God bless you and goodbye.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.